Hello, my name is Tamir Stamper, and I just wanted to make this video to make everyone aware of why classrooms need a makerspace. So in this video, I want to first introduce what a makerspace is. And makerspaces, well, they're pretty much designed to challenge students to create and learn through hands-on, personalized experiences. And this could be all throughout elementary school, middle school, and high school. So makerspaces are important because they allow children to begin to learn and retain knowledge that they could build on as they get older over time and as they get more experienced. And it could be whether if they go to college, get a higher education, or if they want to pursue something of professional development. So some things that makerspaces are tied to is a bunch of different organizations. So it could be from Next Generation Science Standards, K through 12 Computer Science Framework, NYC Department of Education STEM Framework, Common Core State Standards, Computer Science Teachers Association Guidelines, and so much more, because these things aren't just about allowing the kids to play with toys, but it enriches them and gives them skills that they could learn on their own and apply in the real world and in class. Some of those skills can involve problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, coordinating with others, emotional intelligence, decision making, and cognitive flexibility. And those are just to name a few. Next, we see these materials that can be used in a makerspace, and these are just suggestions. They're not exactly things that you need, but just to throw out a few. And there are things based on science, math, engineering, and technology, all of those things, and even art, if that is something that you want them to take part in before or after or in between classes. Next, I found some classrooms that have makerspace areas, and the top one I see is very organized, brightly colored, very eye-catchy, and everything is labeled, which is super important because it's going to be the kids' responsibility to clean this up. So having them be able to know where it goes is going to be helpful. But I also see posters and signs of encouragement and the encouragement to make and create and design and just be free with their imagination, which is what we want. And then the bottom one is it's more of a construction area, which is awesome because that's really hitting the engineering aspect of STEM. And it's not as brightly colored, but it's like a workshop, and it's a place where they could, if one wants to be an engineer, this is gonna give them an insight of what that's gonna look like, and a passion, a drive to go to that space and just let their mind go wild. Both are great and both are awesome. I just wanted to put those in there so you guys could see it. My area, if I were to have one, it would be called COLABRATORY. I mean, those play on words is just eye-catching. I mean, Makerspace is cool and it's a nice name, but collaborating and laboratory, I mean, it just seems something that children will be interested in and want to be curious about right off the bat. So that seems like a cool name. The location, I do think like a corner of a classroom or a side of a classroom would be ideal. And if need be, if it's something that the whole school needs, on a cart is fine. But whatever it is, I would love it to be eye-catchy, colorful, very organized, bins needed, definitely color coordination. But above that, I think that the decoration could be something that drives it home and makes them want to make something. So it could be inspirational posters, it could be ideas of things that they could create, just not as the child should do this, but as a starting point. If they are running a blank and they see that could be an inspiration, and they can make something like it or something totally different that they got that idea from the poster. So I think that the brightness and the decoration could definitely be an inspiration to create something new. When it comes to checkout, I think that asking permission, of course, is going to be a must, and scheduling for the children, because not every child, seeing that it might be a class of 20 or more kids, is going to be able to use the space that day. So at the same time at that, so maybe each child has a day, or each group is every other day. Something like that could definitely work, I think. And then the responsibility part, the students are just a part of this station than I am. So cleanup, that'll be them. It can be a once a week thing where a child or a group of children clean up. It'll be my job to resupply or to get the supplies ready for the next week, or to restock. But whoever messes it up cleans it up, and it'll be a rotation of cleaning up. It won't be just the same children, because that would not be fair. But a system like that seems great. And then for staff that want to take part in the space, I mean, that is fine. But as you saw in the materials, there are some that are more technology-based and technologically advanced. And those are going to maybe need some laminated instructions that I could put in the carts or on the side that they could read and go over really quick, so it doesn't waste classroom time or get the kids anxious because they're trying to figure it out. And while my information may seem like I'm doing this just for my benefit, I mean, there is proof. There is proof that Makerspaces and STEM labs are beneficial to children in classrooms. I mean, National Inventors Hall of Fame says that Makerspaces foster innovation through hands-on experimentation. Then another site says that students can work together and design plans as well as communicate with others. So they're practicing that communication skill by themselves. No lesson plan needed, and they're developing skills that they're going to need for years and years to come, all the way to adulthood. And then another site says that practical applications outside of schoolwork and tests are being done here. I mean, they are realizing that what we're teaching is actually real world stuff, and they're doing it on their own. There's something different about them finding out for themselves rather than us telling them what it is. And all these things and more, and those are just 3 things. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of other reasons that Makerspaces and STEM lab areas are beneficial for children. So with that being said, I just want to thank you so much for listening and taking time out of your day to hear about how these systems are great for children and to enhance their mind at a young age, and that gives them skills that we're still working on as adults, and that they get to get a head start on as early as kindergarten. So thank you again, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.